Hey, second time's a charm.
Oh,
Oh,
had a bit of panic then, loves. It said live streaming not available right now. I had to close it down and start again. Not the computer, just the browser. Hi, welcome back to the channel and to another Sunday live in the kitchen where we're going to try something we've never tried before because we're daft. And if it was your first time here, hiya, I'm Paul.
I'm Jason.
Together we are
Those vegan guys.
And every week, once a week, we do a live video. And we do several videos. We do an allotment vlog every week on a Monday, a meals vlog every week on a Tuesday with our previous 7 nights dinner to help give people ideas and inspiration for down-to-earth veganism. And then every weekend, in this order, Saturday, Friday, Sunday. So as I said on the thumbnail. Saturday, Friday, Sunday. So next week should be Saturday, but we're out next week.
Next weekend is going to be a busy weekend and an exciting weekend for us. We've got all kinds of things coming up, and we'll be creating multiple vlogs off the back of it. So it'll be a busy one, but as I said, exciting, enjoyable, getting to connect with folks, seeing folk. It'll be lovely. It'll be absolutely lovely. Shout out to all of you for the reminders on the thumbs up for the live stream. Greatly appreciated.
Always.
Greatly appreciate the 23 of you that have already given the live stream a thumbs up. And a quick shout out to a few people who were here early on. Rosie, Jenny. Jenny's asked about hot cross buns. We'll get back to you in a second, Jenny, on that. Adam, of course. A few people nipping in and out. Vegan Runner, Flanny, of course. Did I mention Sasha, Muddy, Will and Chris? Welcome one, welcome all.
Kat, Jacqueline.
Yes.
Hybrid Beauty. Lee.
Oh,
Jennifer.
Hybrid Beauty. Hi, all. First time here live. Exciting. Thanks for being here.
Marvellous.
Yeah. So as Paul said before, he's the one, he's the cook, and he's the one that's trying something that he's never done before.
So, right, I'm going to tell you the story. So, the last time we did jackfruit in a Sunday live in the kitchen, if you recall, we did pulled jackfruit. So like pulled pork style jackfruit and cauliflower rice. And we did them together because they happen to go beautifully together. And straight after that vlog, when we'd come off, I said to Jason, you know, the texture of jackfruit, the way it's it separates and it's strandy. I'm sure you could make that steak-like with the right flavourings and stuff. Maybe I could do a steak and ale pie. And he was like, right, don't post anything about that.
Keep it on the down low.
Just don't let anyone nick your idea now. Just do it. So I thought, right, well, today's as good a time as any to do it. Yeah, I'm going to start some chopping.
You've got almost everything you need, haven't you, pretty much?
Yeah, apart from
variables, obviously.
I would have liked a little bit more. You don't have to come over there.
I know, I just thought I'd just tilt it a little bit so people can see.
I would have liked a little bit more Henderson's relish to use, but yeah. They've stopped selling it in Sainsbury's for some reason because Sainsbury's in Oldham is really going down the pan. It used to be great.
Gone downhill a bit.
I mean, they've still got, you know, core vegan stuff, but they just keep getting rid of random stuff.
Like the Hendersons.
I'm not used to working with shallots, so I'm just going to do what I do with an onion. I want to top, tail, skin and chop. And hope I'm doing that right.
Oh, you know, I didn't give a shout out to who was always here early on. Ankarad, of course. Ankarad's live. I think I missed you. How could I possibly miss you? Welcome. Hope all is good. Hope all is good with all of yous. Before I forget, because I did say I'd come back, Jenny asked about hot cross buns. Now, we can't really recommend multiple options, but your question is quite timely because we did an Aldi vlog on Friday and we picked up some hot cross buns from Aldi. So I'll just show you those. And if you've got an Aldi local to you, worth keeping your eye out and having a look.
Yeah, also highly likely to find some vegan ones in Tesco's, Morrison's, and possibly Sainsbury's. And I'm sure someone's going to say Asda as well.
There we go. Clearly marked vegan, and they are Bramley apple hot cross buns. So there you go. Fabulous.
We pass us the bin.
Oh yeah.
Please, love. You know, the scraps bin, which goes into our compost bin here in the garden at home. That we've had going for an awful long time now. And maybe we'll get some compost out of this year.
Yeah.
Right, that is my 3 shallots. So before I chop them, just let me get rid of those bits. And then I shall chop these into bits.
Joan is in the house. Welcome, Joan. Joan says, afternoon, guys. Bobby Dazzler. And Jacqueline is scrubbing the oven and holding trays inside it, so I'm saying hi on my phone and listening on my laptop. That's multitasking, and that's fabulous. Complete side note, these compostable bags that go in for your food waste, anyone else find them an absolute nightmare to pull apart? I wish I had a life hack. I've tried everything. Tried rubbing it. I eventually resorted to blowing it like a leaf. You know when you blow a leaf and make a noise with it? Like that. It worked anyway. So if you're struggling, maybe try that. That's my little hack for you.
Right.
Adam, hope you have a good time at the allotment. We were down at ours yesterday. Allotment vlog will be up on Monday.
As always.
I've actually just finished editing it this very morning.
Dare you. Bit of onion fell under you. So sorry if you felt me touching your bum then. Let's get the onion out.
Nicks don't work. Don't work on these, wetting the fingers. That's like the first thing you try, isn't it? Wet your fingers, get a bit of friction. These are ridiculous. They are compostable though, so that is an awesome thing. Oh, Sasha, we don't use sharp knives.
No, we don't use sharp knives. This one is slightly serrated, and it's my favourite chopping knife. I've got some very nice knives and really sharp ones, but not around this boy.
Yeah. Right. On the rare occasion that I do use knives, they have to be blunt, reasonably blunt.
Okay. That is my shallots.
Fabulous.
So we shall get them on the plate, ready for the frying pan. Now, so I've heard the best way to, I'll do some mushroom first.
Here from, thank you for being here. And it was shallots, pile of shallots chopped. And absolutely get another coffee, 9 in the morning, get the day off to a good start.
I picked up some mushrooms in Sainsbury's and Jay were like, "You're going to use mushrooms in it?" And I was like, I was thinking of it, but I'm going to do them small.
I'm okay with that.
So, do you want to show the ale, Jason?
Yeah,
because
will do.
Funnily enough, it's clearly marked vegan, and it actually says on the bottle, perfect for steak and ale pie.
So we pondered, we looked at a few different options.
Loads of different options. A lot of them were pale ales, but then we found where the kind of dark ales are.
So this is
Sainsbury's.
Lancaster Black Dark Velvet Plush Stout. Right there, if you can see that's okay. I doubt you'll be able to see on the back, but it does say try it with steak and ale pie. or black truffle risotto.
But I wonder if it means try it with, not like cook.
It probably does mean that, but you know, it's too late now, isn't it? Let's put it this way. I can't see that it's going to ruin it.
Oh, no, definitely not. Definitely not.
Leanne's in the house, Imran's in the house. Hey, you guys!
Right, so chop that a little bit finer.
Thank you for being here.
Just like that. Because there are some big bits in there.
Just having a scroll through the chat. Oh, thanks everyone. 50 likes already, and we're only 10 minutes into the live stream. Greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated.
Right, that's the mushrooms.
I appreciate that.
Very, very finely chopped.
I appreciate how finely chopped you've done them. Thank you for that, mister. Thank you.
So shallots, mushrooms. And now what I'm gonna try and do is, in fact, I'll do this away from here because it's just gonna start wobbling.
Oh,
right.
The jackfruit.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and just use the masher on it.
Oh, okay.
And see, you know.
You know what? One day, when I've got a bit more time, I will probably develop in my later years. I'll probably develop in the kitchen, I think, because I do kind of get excited. I get excited around Paul, but my brain just doesn't work that way in terms of putting things together and being like, oh yeah, that'll, do you know what I mean? But when Paul's cooking, I get excited, obviously, about the finished product. You know, who wouldn't? But yeah, I do. I like sort of some of the technical hands-on stuff. I have threatened a couple of times to have a go at doing vegan sushi, because that's quite, you know, intricate. You know, it's interesting, isn't it? You've got all the prep and everything, and the rolling and the cutting. We'll see. We'll see one day. Oh, Carly, gutted for you. Just watched your live with the vegan pizza, which was torture. Currently have gastroenteritis, so can't eat much, but porridge or carrot and ginger soup. And your pizza looked so tasty. Love your channel, guys. Oh, thank you, Carly. That's greatly appreciated. And I really hope that you are feeling better soon. Oh, Ems, thank you for being here. Greatly appreciated. And if you're just joining us, by the way, because we've almost got 100, 98 in the house. Paul is just in the background here.
I'm just separating jackfruit.
Yes.
I'm using a combination of masher, knife, and fingers, not necessarily in that order. Just to separate it all off. For those of you that don't know, by the way, when you buy a tin of young green jackfruit, it will come in pieces like this. And if you squeeze, let me do it over the plate so the juices, if you squeeze, it separates into what looks like pulled pork. Strandy.
And it comes apart fairly easily, doesn't it?
So that's what I'm doing at the back of the room here, no secret. And then some of the other bits that are quite hard, I'm just cutting up finely. Because it's this shreddy kind of texture I want.
Yeah.
For this.
Well, it's like anything, isn't it? Taste and texture are vitally important. And even though I don't cook, I do enjoy eating. And I've got a mouth and a tongue and teeth. And that's what it boils down to.
No.
If you're trying to replicate, I'm being sarcastic.
Yeah, no, that's what I was being sarcastic too. I can join in.
Yeah, if you're trying to replicate something and make it vegan, then that's what you're aiming for, isn't it? Ultimately, is replicating the taste and the texture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Butch the Vegan says, have you ever tried shredding with 2 forks? Question mark.
Yes, that's how we did the pulled pork that I aforementioned, which now proves that you didn't watch that vlog, and you should have done, you naughty subscriber.
Go. Tracy, no, not done a vlog on the new air fryer yet. You haven't missed it. Well, it'll come at some point. We've been busy, lads, and constantly changing priorities in our lives. It's been a full-on couple of weeks, both work-wise and in our personal lives. And Simone, yes, absolutely. You know what? It does work, and it's worked for many years. Paul being the cook and me being the eater. It works well. Do you know what I mean? We both pull our weight in different ways, and yeah, that's what makes a good relationship work.
Play to your strengths.
Yes. Ah, Tracy, nice. Thanks for sharing. That's interesting. Leroy used to be the breakfast and the pancake man, and always my kitchen assistant. But as he's retired now, he's really got into cooking. Yeah, totally get that.
Can I just say that the finger squeeze technique is far easier than the masher, the 2 fork technique, or the knife.
There you go.
Just squishing it with your fingers separately. That's so much easier.
Yeah. So that, yeah, finger squishing is the preferred method, apparently.
For me.
Yes, for Paul. Leanne, we have the same dynamic. I cook, Imran eats. Yes. Yes.
Right, almost done this.
Nice one. And Kate has just got in. Parents bringing me back to uni. Lovely mum and dad bought me a load of vegan goodies to bring back and save me some cash. So happy they accepted my veggie life with open arms. Kate, that's lovely, and that's lovely of them. It's lovely to read, and it's lovely of the parents to do that. What a fab thing. Dorcas is in the house. Hello, Dorcas. Thank you for being here. So just the prep going on. If you're just joining us, just a final bit of prep. Shallots sorted, mushrooms sorted. Paul's just finishing doing the jackfruit, all the course stuff, and then we'll get onto the cooking. Heard me like I know what I'm talking about. Before I forget, quick shout out to Mum and Dad Brom. Much love. Hope you're both doing well. And of course, a shout out to Auntie Pearl, who also watches lots of our stuff here on YouTube. Love to yous all. Butch to Vegan, laughing, says, I subscribed over 3 years ago when I first went vegan. Have made your vegan recipe the last 3 Christmases. Thumbs up. Nice one. Nice one.
Oh, would that be the festive plait by any chance?
I'm guessing the festive plait.
Right, Jay.
Yeah. Although the last couple of years you've done the 86 eats, haven't you?
I have. Right. Now then.
Baileys.
Ah.
Of course.
Right.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to take that and I'm going to pop it over here. There we go.
Yeah, I would.
Yes.
Okay.
Just to make sure
I'm going to use a little bit of extra virgin olive oil in my pan. Get that heated up nice, and then we'll get the shallots and the mushrooms going. Let's show you how the jackfruit looks now. This is 2 tins of jackfruit, young green jackfruit. One from Sainsbury's, one from Aldi, the tins. Not that that's important, but there you go. Exactly the same brand, and that's what it looks like when it's pulled apart with your fingers.
Excellent. Excellent stuff. I think, is it Ems Vaughan? Ems. Is it Vaughan? Is that how you pronounce it? After watching one of your meal vlogs, I tried the tomato soup and chip combo, and it's a game changer.
Isn't it gorgeous?
We love it. We love it, don't we? Muddy says, are you guys going to get a holiday this year? Fingers crossed. Hopeful. Not sure where, not sure when, but fingers crossed. We are holding out for one.
Right, I'm going to go shallots first.
Oh, shit, this...
Get the shallots in there first.
Shit, this out.
Just want to soften them and separate a bit more too, because they're kind of chunky.
Good question, Simone. Simone asks, is having a special Easter dinner a thing in the UK? Here in Germany, it is on Easter Sunday, and I tried to get some vegan inspiration. Any suggestions?
Unfortunately, traditional Easter dinners of Great Britain, well, at least up in our neck of the woods, often are the leg of a lamb. However, Aldi's just brought a vegan lamb style. Well, they brought it back apparently. They've got a vegan lamb style roast that's coming out for Easter, and I think they did it last year as well.
Yeah.
So
I suppose in the UK it's like a lesser Christmas.
yeah,
But
it's a roast dinner.
it's a roast dinner
It's
traditionally.
a roast dinner day.
Yeah.
Shallots smell gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Lightly cooking them.
Earfront. An Easter potato is better. I agree. But you know that. We love taters in this house. If you watch our allotment vlogs, without giving too much away, when we upload the allotment
I'm
vlog,
adding the mushrooms.
when the allotment vlog goes up on Monday, there is reference to and progress with said taters. I'll leave it at that.
Add the mushrooms. Start getting a bit of colour into them too. Right, now then. Where's that ale from us?
It's that right there. Do you want me to open it?
Yes, please.
Not all bad, Imran. Imran's had a balmy month. Having to kind of use or lose annual leave. I suppose there's some advantages to that, isn't there? Right.
In my jug here, this is going to be the liquor for this when everything's fried up a bit. I'm going to add 2 beef style oxo cubes. You opened it?
Yeah.
Don't forget, we're going for steak. We're going for the steak taste. So 2 beef style oxo cubes. I would use more hendos if I had some, but I've had to put a little bit of water in the bottle to get the last bit out until we get some more from another supermarket. So at least there's a little bit of hendos in
Yeah.
there. Can you pass me the mushroom soy sauce, Jason, which is what we're going to be using as an alternative? One with a gold label.
Yeah, the dark one. Well, they're both dark, but yeah.
So I'm going to be using a little bit of soy sauce. It's probably about a tablespoon actually.
Yeah.
And don't pass me the ale. Whoa.
Funny. Can't let you open a bottle on your own, Jason, so we'll join you with a glass of red and a Guinness.
Can we have a glass of this?
I suppose.
Well, I'm not going to be using it all in this. Okay, so I've got my mushrooms and shallots. nicely softened. I don't want to carry on cooking them at this point now, so I'm going to put them back in the plate where I had them raw chopped. I'll add them back to the mixture once we've fried up the jackfruit a bit. So now we want a bit more heat and a little bit more oil.
Thank you everyone for the thumbs up, greatly appreciated. We are on 73. Awesome. Let's get the YouTube robots paying attention to the down-to-earth veganism and get the message out there far and wide. Going back to what we were chatting about before, Tracy says, as a child, we always had scalloped potatoes, Brussels sprouts, and a baked ham. I've often veganized it over the years, but as it's just the two of us now, probably won't this year. Thank you for sharing.
Shredded jackfruit. So I've done 2 tins of jackfruit, like I say. Even though I probably won't need all of this, I can always freeze some. Oh, tell you what I found out last night, as you will see in Tuesday's meals vlog, I did the flatbread with hummus, keema, mince, pomegranate again that we had at Molino Lounge, and then I copied. Did a much better version last night. Unfortunately, it's been taken off the menu at Molino Lounge. So, okay, now it's my recipe. Cheers.
You sure you won't need any more of this?
Maybe just a little bit. Put a little bit in there. Because, I mean, once it's in with all this anyway, I'm going to kind of cook it down to a thick. Do you know what I mean? I want a lot of the fluid to go away, but the flavour to stay.
Okay. I owe the same.
So I could have been a bit of a purist and I could have taken out the seeds. You get these little round seeds in jackfruit. But I thought, no. They had another texture.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose if you was wanting to, you know, get it as near as possible, but, you know, we're not necessarily that bothered, really, are we, about the seeds? Should I pop this over there for you?
Yeah, I want my little taste, actually.
Yeah.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Lancaster Black. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's good. Nice. If you like a stout, you'll love that.
There we go. Have that there for you. Yes, Angarad. Cheers indeed. Yes. Hope everyone's having a good Sunday, just in general. Whilst the jackfruit is doing its thing, it's glorious here today. Absolutely glorious. I know Sasha said before, been to the allotment. It's a bit rainy where you are, but you know, it's like a summer's day.
I'm now going to pour the liquor.
Sasha, yes, it's dark velvet plush stout, and it's very, very nice. I'm trying to figure out. Well, it says Lancaster Black, so you would assume
it's Lancaster.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imran, cheers, guys. I'm toasting with a flask of chai tea that needs chocolate biscuits. That sounds great, Imran. I tell you what, that chai tea that we've had a couple of times at the Tibetan Kitchen in Manchester. The first time I had that, honestly, it was like someone had just put a sleeping bag over me. I was just like, oh, that's so nice. Lovely. Natalie, thank you for popping in on your lunch break.
I need that soy sauce back.
Yeah?
Yeah, it needs more depth. It definitely needs more depth of flavour, which is where the hendos would have come in.
Do you need anything else in terms of seasoning?
Just maybe a bit of salt and pepper.
Yeah. I'll just put that to one side for now, just in case.
See, that's colour and flavour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hugh the Beer Kid, yes, clearly marked vegan as well, because obviously quite a lot of ales are not clearly marked vegan. Because we both enjoy a trad ale.
Right, I'm going to pop the onions and the mushrooms back in there now. Because I want that flavour with everything.
Mm-hmm. Somebody had asked in the chat before about if there is a best place to get the hendos stuff. I suppose the easiest way would be to get it online, wouldn't it? You know.
Yeah, although they always seem to have it in home bargains.
Oh.
And they always seem to have it in Heron as well.
You, the Beer Kid, following up. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and wine as well. Although it does seem that the industry is slowly changing. And we are seeing more and more beers and wines that are clearly marked vegan, which is excellent. Excellent. It smells great. It has to be said. It smells really nice. Oh, yeah. Oh yes. Right. Imran, seriously, next time you guys are up in Manchester, seriously, Tibetan kitchen, mate. Tibetan kitchen all the way.
Right, I'm going to put a little bit of our favourite onion gravy in there as a flavour enhancer and a thickening agent. And I'm going to donate a bit more. No, I think that's plenty now.
Oh, Ashley's in the house. Ashley, thank you for being here. Glad you could make it. And hope all is good. Ah, Nix, nice one. Thank you for the reminder. Yes. Daydream Believer, Paul, can I use banana blossom instead of jackfruit?
You could always try. I've never used it, so I can't say. Does it separate same way? Probably could, you know.
It's worth a try. I mean, that's kind of the message that.
Oh wow, my God!
Kind of the message that we want to put out a lot with stuff like this. We were chatting in the car on the way back from the supermarket earlier, and just saying, you know, the live cooking in the kitchen is often about just that. Try something, experiment. Don't be scared. Don't be worried. Give it a try.
Look at me, I'm doing this for the first time live on interwebs. I could make a right boob of myself, but I'm not going to.
Scrolling back up, the chat is thick and fast as always. That's what I like to see, to be honest. So I always have a little scroll back up just to check. Sometimes I miss stuff. So yeah. Sasha was asking about an alternative being, have we ever used tamari sauce instead of soy sauce?
You can see that.
It does look like there's a hair dangling off, but it's not a hair. It's just the jackfruit fibre, isn't it?
It might have been a hair.
Could have been one of my hairs. Oh. Yeah, that's good. Rich. Rich is the word I would use. That's tasty.
Isn't it?
That's really tasty. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You happy with that?
Very. Extremely, in fact.
Imran. Okay, I've got the chocolate biscuits to go with the tea, which Tesco appear to have stopped selling again.
Oh, they're still in ours.
It's hit and miss, isn't it? Postcode lottery, as we always say.
Aldi. But check the ingredients, because some people are finding they've still got milk in. So it's old stock, new stock. Still marked vegetarian, no milk. May contain, which, as we all know and as we've discussed on the channel hundreds of thousands of times at this point, may contain just means it's made in a factory with other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they're covering their own backs for people with allergies.
Hugh says, Paul, and this is one for you. I don't know what you did before or whether you did anything. How do you get rid of the brine taste from canned jackfruit? It's not something I've.
Why are you buying it in brine and not just water?
There you go.
I think that might be. Don't buy it in brine, just in water.
So there you go. Yeah.
Like that.
That's the stuff.
Just water, no added salt, nothing, so it's flavourless. And it's proven itself to be such an amazing ingredient. Pulled pork, steak and ale.
It's just got that versatility,
so
hasn't it?
That's what it looks like now, with all the flavourings and the colours.
Fantastic stuff. Jennifer says, this is making me want to try jackfruit again. I'd had it a while back in a pre-made Trader Joe's meal and didn't love it, but this looks fab.
This is good. I'm only just getting back into it, you know. I have to be honest and say that I keep forgetting it exists. And then we did the pulled jackfruit. Really enjoyed that meal, didn't we, that night? The jackfruit.
Oh yeah.
Rice.
Yeah.
With little soft white rolls. I don't want to do the homemade coleslaw. Yeah. All in that same vlog, actually.
It's cracking.
A beautiful meal. And it's like, it's jackfruit. Do you know what I mean? It's not processed. It's just jackfruit pieces, and you can make it into steak and pulled pork. And amazing.
It's quality stuff.
Leroy. Tracy. Jackfruit is only at some places. Jackfruit is only available in brine. A quick rinse off with water in a strainer works perfectly fine. Nice one, Tracy, for whoever it is that was asking before.
Yes. Which you'd kind of assume, wouldn't you? You could just rinse it off.
Muddy, Lisa, you're right. Jackfruit. Tesco's is scrapping the carb. They've got some. They've got some other way to. I asked for one the other day when I was shopping with one of the guys I support, because he keeps letting me put his points on my club card because I haven't got one, which is good for him because it went from like 86 to 74 or something the other day. It was really good for him.
Yeah.
And I was like, cheers for the points. And on the way out, I said to one of the staff, where can we get a club card from now? Said, it's all being moved online now. You have to do everything online. So, yeah.
Strange. Because obviously the club card price thing it's quite a big deal, really, isn't it?
This is done. There's nothing more that needs to be done
to
that other than it now cooling down before it goes into.
Oh yes.
So we bought these two lovely little pots today from Sainsbury's, £3 each. I believe they're in the Habitat range, aren't they? we just thought they were absolutely perfect for this kind of thing. Or whether I want to do 2 individual shepherd's pies with lentils at some point, or, you know, whatever.
Yeah, so that just needs to cool down a bit.
That just needs to cool down a bit.
And then this
I don't know whether I'm going to do the full thing because, right, we now know this works and will work, but we've already got our tea sorted tonight, curry. We've got leftover curry and chips. So what I might have to do is put some in these, put them in the fridge, ready for tomorrow, and tomorrow I'll put puff pastry shape on top. And finish them off in the air fryer, so the pastry will cook and it will just be pastry on top. But I can do that.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm just gonna put it out there now. For me, because I'm a pastry fiend, I will always prefer pastry on the bottom, pastry on the top.
But that's not classically how a steak and ale pie is made or served.
Especially pubs in England. If you go to a pub in England, you're gonna get this, aren't you?
Oh, basically. There's me worrying and thinking I'd have to put some aside. I won't.
No, it's about right, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's pretty
so
much.
2 tins of jackfruit will do 2 of these pots perfectly.
Ashley, it smells amazing. It really does. Yeah, it's puff pastry, isn't it?
Yeah. Always, yeah. That would be the classic in a British pub. It would be a steak and ale pie, no pastry on the bottom, puff pastry on the top.
Hugh says, Hugh the Bacon, God, I miss pastry. Poland doesn't understand pies. Sad face. I feel for you, Hugh. I feel for you. You know what? You've got to just carry the torch, pal. Just carry the torch. You do your own pies and open the window like in some kind of Disney film and hope that people passing by will smell the glorious pies, come to your window and say, what is this glorious thing you have made? And then you can educate them on the world of pies, perhaps. Muddy CS, hopefully that question has been answered. Just tops. Just tops. But it'll be lovely. It'll be great. Donna, thank you for sharing. Back to the question right from the very start. M&S are doing vegan hot cross buns. Most of theirs are very lush. Thank you, Donna, for the recommendation.
Steak and ale, ready for our steak and ale pie.
Yeah, let me bring one up and see if I can get a close up without it. There we go. Nice. Yeah, sorted. I didn't want to hold it much longer in case it tipped out.
So I've kept all the bits in there. Some people might like to take the seeds out. I'm fine with them in there. So just do that.
Leanne says, my gran used to do pies with pastry around the sides and on top, but not underneath. She was a genius. Excellent. Great stuff. So, curry tonight,
curry
those tomorrow.
We'll have these tomorrow.
So now you have to watch the meals vlog on Tuesday night when we upload it.
Yeah.
To see the finished product. And honestly, that wasn't planned. I thought we were.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to cook them and then reheat them tomorrow. Yeah. I've done the important part. All you would have to do from that point is put some puff pastry on top. Maybe pinch the edges so you get that nice crispy bit. A couple of stab marks in the top so that the moisture can come out. Put them in the oven until the pastry is golden brown. Serve with whatever you fancy serving with. A pie like this would actually just be good with a salad.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot to it.
There's a lot to it. Or, like I said in the car earlier on, chips and peas. I'd like chips. Or veg, even veg. Like sometimes some pubs you would have a little veg on the side,
Yeah.
carrots and broccoli or
Yeah.
something like that, maybe. Yeah. But it'll go with a lot of stuff, won't it, really? Tracy says, ... making a bit of an assumption, but us Americans have the pastry on the bottom and the top.
Well, that's what, Tracy, that's a normal pie. But honestly, in publand, as anyone from the UK will tell you, in publand, classically in this country, steak and ale pie is done exactly this way. Just pastry on top. Good thick pastry on top, mind. A right belting bit of pastry. But it's the same with, what did I make when we got sent some soy curls and I did a chicken pot pie, same way.
Yeah.
I just did it on the top.
Yeah.
Just did pastry on the top.
Should be getting some more of them, by the way.
Yeah, this is lovely, and it was less than £2 a bottle, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, ale,
I think it was £1.85.
Generally tends to be fairly expensive, but that compared to the really trendy,
beautiful flavour,
sort of hipster ales now that are like, you're paying £3.50 for a can. That's a bit much.
Guys, I'm not just saying it because I've made it. That tastes like steak and ale pie. The same kind of steak and ale you would get in a pub. It really does. The only thing that would make it more like steak and ale pie is thingy onions. Little, when you get those full round onions.
Yeah, definitely.
But I'm not faffy with them.
But that's the thing, isn't it?
My name is.
That's the thing, and that's
Nigella.
often the case, is you can put your own spin on anything, can't you? This is just kind of keeping it fairly traditional, like we've said, in terms of what you would see if you went in a typical English pub. This is the kind of thing. But you could add stuff to it, you could tweak it, you could change it, you could replace the pastry with something else. You could turn it into more of a like I think somebody suggested like a sort of mashed potato on the top. I don't think it might have been Ashley that mentioned that. That's the great thing about having stuff that's versatile. You can adapt it and make it your own, which is always cool. I'm just going to scroll back up a tiny bit.
Lisa and Leanne, isn't it funny that both your names begin with L? For losers who don't like pie and salad.
I would have thought, to be honest, in terms of, because there's certain times when I'm eating certain meals where I don't like my food to cross streams, for want of a better way of putting it. I would have thought that with it done in the dishes like this, that having salad with it would be less of a problem because you've got that barrier.
Yeah, they'd be separate. You'd eat your pie from here and your salad would be on the plate.
You're not going to get that crossover of salad into your pie.
For those of you crybabies who don't like things mixing.
Right, I'm scrolling down.
Pearl onions, that's what they're called. Thanks, Dorcas.
Nice one, Dorcas.
Sometimes get those pearl onions in the frozen section. Oh, well, I'll look. Actually, because if I could get a bag of them, but I'm not sitting and topping and tailing and skinning a load of pearl onions.
No.
Oh, I shan't.
Fair dues. I'm going to put these away. I'm done with them. Yeah, definitely be getting some more of that. That's proper nice. I've missed having an ale.
Yeah.
As well.
And this is
now we're getting back in. We're getting into the spring and summer months. Where it's kind of like beer and ale drinking time.
Lovely.
Yeah. Ashley, I'll eat out with a salad, mate. I don't care. Fantastic.
So next weekend, we said it should have been we should have been doing a mukbang. Might go live for a very, very short period of time, but we will be in Rugby, and we'll be eating at the Barn, which is the pub that's gone completely vegan, and they do a vegan carvery Saturday night and Saturday and Sunday. So there's quite a few of us going. We're going to eat at the Barn in Rugby on the Saturday night. We'll be making a vlog, which is why I say we might go live for a short time, but there will be an edited vlog about our eating experience at the Barn, because it's been in the news a lot, and it's not that far away from Farm Animal Rescue Sanctuary, where we will be going on the Sunday on the 11 a.m. tour, again with a load of lovely people.
Yes.
So yeah, next weekend's going to be a great weekend, and there's going to be quite a few vlogs out of it.
It's going to be loads of fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lots going on, lots of excitement. Like we said right at the start of the live, we're both really excited about it. We're excited about the fact that we can vlog and vlog somewhere different. We are over the moon about finally getting to Fars. That's like a really big thing for us both, because
and some of our best mates from channel are coming. Well, Chris go up there, Ashley and Tom go up there. Our friend Kay from Rugby, I think she's going up there. I'm sure there's a couple of other people who've said they're coming.
Yeah, well, I think some people it's not like 100% confirmed, but yeah, the more the merrier, really, isn't it? It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. And like we said, there'll be vlogs off the back of it. So we will make sure to, as we always do, show you as much of it as we can in the best possible way that we can, so you can see what we've been up to. But it's going to be brilliant. It's going to be brilliant. Yeah, really exciting. Whilst I'm thinking about it, linking to the whole Fars thing, I'm sure the 131 of you that are in the house, you may already know, but I'd be remiss in not mentioning, me and Paul wrote a song together. It's called Choices. I've not given it a shout out for a while, but 50% of all of the proceeds, panicked then for a second. I thought everything had gone. 50% of all of the proceeds from the sale of Choices on Bandcamp goes to Farm Animal Rescue Sanctuary. The volunteers, they do amazing work looking after the animals.
But we shall link you to the YouTube version, which has the link to Bandcamp, so that you can have a listen to it first. And there it is.
You can download it from Bandcamp for £1. If you wish to pay more, you can do. And also, just a massive, because I haven't given a thanks for a couple of weeks, massive thank you to those people who have not just paid for and downloaded Choices, but I've also looked at some of my other tunes and downloaded some of them while you're there. Thank you. It's massively appreciated. But if you haven't, if Choices is completely new on your radar and you've just found out about it, then please do consider checking out the link that Paul's just shared in the chat. Greatly appreciated.
Always.
Yes. Oh, is Butcher to Vegan going to be there next weekend? Did I miss that? Of course. Sorry, I'm a bit,
Takes you a minute, doesn't it, sometimes, kid?
I had a brain injury a few years ago. I blame that. Blame that.
I wouldn't.
No, I'll just, just use it as an excuse, really. Happy days. Yeah. As we often do, because as you can probably tell, things have calmed down a little bit now. This is all done and dusted. Sometimes we talk about what we've been watching.
Oh, yeah.
A whole load of the time recently, it's been a shed load of Star Trek.
True story.
We're not sorry about that. We're not sorry about it.
We're on season 7 now. We watched Voyager. We've already seen most of Voyager throughout the years, but we said we were going to start at the very beginning and watch it all again. So we did that, and then we said we should do that with Next Enterprise, with Next Generation as well. And we're now on season 7.
Yeah, rapidly approaching the end of TNG. But what I was going to say is, Nix, of course you can ask us a question. Depending on the question is dependent on whether we answer it, of course. But yeah, of course you can. People ask us questions in the chat all the time. Two films we've watched recently. I think Thursday night, Friday night, or Friday night, Saturday night. One we would recommend, or one I would recommend, and one I probably wouldn't recommend. So the first film that we watched was a very odd film called, oh, it was in my head and then it's gone. The Triangle of Sadness.
Triangle of Sadness.
Woody Harrelson's in it, but he's not used anywhere near enough. It's like an and Woody Harrelson. They should have made more of him. Odd film, wouldn't necessarily recommend it. It's in 3 acts. The second act is the best of the 3. There's some good parts in it, but it's not, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. It's an odd film, but check the trailer out. And then the other night we watched Vesper.
That was good.
Vesper, I think it was on Netflix. Post-apocalyptic, about a young child. Absolutely brilliant, stunning visuals. Well worth a watch if you're into that kind of vibe, you know, post-apocalyptic sort of sci-fi fantasy kind of thing. Really, really good.
Nick 678. Very simple. Have a good birthday on Tuesday, my love. Have a cracker. Happy birthday for Tuesday. There you go.
Nix, hope you have a belter, as we say, up here in our neck of the woods. Hope you have an absolute belter and all the very best. Sincerely, yes.
Oh, Flanny loved Triangle of Sadness.
Well, this is the thing. I think it's going to be a divisive film. I think some people will. I didn't hate it, Flanny, by any means. I just think it could have been better. And I think the first act, without giving too much away, I wasn't particularly drawn to the couple. I wasn't really drawn in by them. But then I guess that's kind of the point, isn't it? Is that they're showing that these vacuous, sort of empty people, what they're like, who they are, you know, their lives. So yeah, interesting film though. Like I said, I didn't hate it. It was just very odd.
I'm going to open up your question, Kate, to anyone who's not read it, because we've got some master bakers in this here thread, Leanne being one of them. Leanne, what's a good egg wash substitute, my love? A lot of people say aquafaba.
Egg wash substitute?
Yeah.
Right.
You know, for when you egg wash. When you,
yeah. Funny. Second act was hilarious. Yes, it was very good. Definitely the strong point of the film. Oh, Billy, thank you for being here, and hope you are feeling better soon. That sounds blooming awful. Awful. Dorcas. Had Dad over yesterday and put on Everything Everywhere All at Once for him to watch because he loves films, and thankfully he fell asleep during the rude fight scene. Phew, lol. Dorcas, that's one of the funniest things I've seen in a long time, that fight scene. Absolutely hilarious. Brilliant film. Really good. We loved it, didn't we?
Yeah,
thoroughly enjoyed it. Nice.
We might end this one a little bit sooner today because we're basically done.
Yeah, and we did say with the sun being shining, and it's still shining.
Yeah, we might want to go out and have a cobweb.
Blow the cobwebs off. Go for a stroll in the sunshine for a short while.
Because you know, living in Oldham, we are actually surrounded by beauty.
Yeah, and also misery.
Yeah, but I mean the countryside and everything.
Yeah.
So
yeah, absolutely. No, you're not wrong. That's why one of the main reasons we've been here as long as we have. We are very, very lucky to be surrounded by a huge amount of green space, pretty much every direction you go in.
Around Oldham.
It's wonderful. It's a wonderful thing.
And now you know what we're having for our tea tomorrow night. In fact, it'll be on Tuesday's meals
Said that before. Yeah. Check out the meals vlog on Tuesday on the channel. It usually goes up around 6 o'clock. And
so
we'll be stuffing our faces with these at some point in that meals vlog. Imran, watch it, mate. Watch it when you get a chance. It is absolutely fantastic. It's brilliant.
Yeah, Oldham Theatre had its final show on Friday, and now it's closed its doors. The Coliseum after 120 years. There's a lot of controversy about it. The building isn't fit for purpose anymore, really. And the Arts Council pulled the funding that the Coliseum needed to run another year. They've been kind of running from over $250,000 funding every year, which sounds to me like a non-sustainable business if it's taking $250,000 funding for you to stay open.
That's a fair point.
But it's a shame, and hopefully the Coliseum company remains. They installed a new board of trustees just before they finished to keep that legacy alive, so that when Oldham Council pulls its finger out and does build the new theatre in the town centre that they've been talking about for about the last 5 years, the Coliseum company can move into it and take over the running of it.
Yes. Although, I will just say, and I know this is personal to us because it's our hometown and all that, but it's also theatre, and it's a magical thing the world over. I will just say, if the council had stuck with their plan to build the new theatre instead of cancelling it and kiboshing it and saying they weren't going to do it, we'd already have a new theatre in Oldham, and there would have been a nice smooth transition from one theatre to the new theatre. Everyone would have been happy and it would have been brilliant. So technically, my area of fault predominantly lies with the council on this one, because the council are the local authority, and they could have actually sorted it.
But a lot of the staff from the Coliseum are blaming the inner workings of the Coliseum and the management and that kind of structure. So we've kind of kept out of it, and we're just like sad to see it go. Hopefully there'll be a new one at some point. Anyway, watch our meals vlog on Tuesday. Watch our allotment vlog tomorrow because it's a lovely one. Watch our meals vlog on Tuesday to see how these turned out with the puff pastry on top. Thank you so much to our moderators, Leanne and Ashley, for being here and for helping us hold the fort. Just give you another kind of final shot of them, because it might make for a good thumbnail. You never know.
Fabulous. You've all been lovely. Thank you for your questions, everything. It's been great. We love doing the lives. We love connecting with the fam and all of the community here on YouTube. We've got 100 thumbs up. Happy days. Thank yous one and all. You all stick around as well, which is nice. We always 99.9% of the time we've got over 100, well over 100 people here. It's lovely. We're going to go for a walk, get some vitamin D and some sunshine.
Indeed. Get these in the fridge ready for tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Love you, mister.
Love you.
Love you guys. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again very soon. And until then, please be excellent to yourselves and each other. Bye, loves.